down the sun. Till the sun down. Till the sun down. Till the sun down. Till the sun down.
Hello, my name is Helga G. Spot Pataki and today I am going to Pleasure Island. Now Pleasure Island was a water theme park establishment located in Muskegon, Michigan, which DW Forever 91 and his family used to spend their vacations back in the 80s and the 90s. And seeing as this is the 4th of July and all, DW Forever 91 has decided to make this video as a tribute to his cherished summertime childhood. Plus it was a great excuse to do a ghost video which features his favorite Hey Arnold character, which is yours truly, obviously. And that's not all. Joining me in this swell raid journey will be the following Ketchum Clan members: Monkey D. Digits Luffy from One Piece, Buzza the Soul Surfy from Wackaville, Lilo and Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, Krista and Pips from Fern Gully the Last Rainforest, Ryoko Hakubi from Tenchi Muyo, that being Series 1 aka Tenchi Universe Ryoko, obviously, Lee Kanker from Ed, Edd and Eddy, and Lopaka from the Yoram Gross animated series Flipper and Lopaka. Anyways, once me and my pedal pals make it to our local time machine store, as Pleasure Island was closed down in 1997 after its crushing competition from the Wild Water Adventure Park in Michigan's Adventure, we will travel back in time to when Pleasure Island was still in business and we will be standing right in front of a long line of shirtless and or swimsuit-clad barefoot clientele, and such an image of pedal perfection will crack open the fourth wall in the same amount of time it takes for J. Thaddeus Toad to go completely mental when he sees a pedal car cross his swell path, i.e. instantaneously, and me and my cuticle companions will jump head and or feet first into the sun-baked pancake banquet and it all sounds like hey 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 hiya hey hey hiya so many feet so little time hey 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 hiya hey hey hiya such smooth pedalage hey 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 hiya hey hiya. Now you'd think since this is a special 4th of July video that DW Forever 91 would skip the long line of people and get straight to the soul shenanigans hey 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 hiya hey hiya. Well, normally, in any other Spiaconia video that would be the case hey 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 hiya, but this is still a ghost video and it is mandatory to have a line starting at the beginning hey 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 hiya the way it was meant to be hey 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 hiya. Oh sweet Toad Jam, I sounded like one of our group's mortal enemies hey 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 hiya. Criminy, I feel so unestablished hey 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 hiya hey hey hiya. Anyways, let's finish things off like have a taste of some Ketchum Clan hospitality bitches. Bag, that was swell. Once we finally get into Pleasure Island, the first place we will go to is the children's swim area, since most of us here are children after all, we'll fit right in. Haha. Ryoko will start making her advances towards one of the children and he will scream help I need an adult, and once the signal is given, me and the rest of the gang make our moves like hey 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 hiya. There may be few adults here, but there are plenty of mandible moppets for you to play with hey 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 hiya hiya. Ryoko is fondling the bulges in the little boy's swimming trunks hey 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 hiya hiya. Krista and Pips are cleaning everyone's ears out with their tiny tootsies hey 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 hiya. Luffy is stretching his elastic steppers all over these kids' chests hey 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 hiya. Buzza, Lilo, Lopaka and Lee Kanker is hanging 10 on the parents who are trying to interfere hey 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 hiya hiya. Stitch is using all 4 of his arms to massage the feet of these future foot fappers while he does his best Elvis impersonation hey 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 hiya hiya. Speaking of Elvis, it's time to unleash a hunk of burnin' love all over the place like bag, that was swell. Next we will head to the bumper boats. When we get there, Luffy, Ryoko and Lee Kanker will hop into the bumper boats and steer them with their feet. The other people in bumper boats will witness the sexy steppers of our corn companions and will get distracted by the fact that they're steering with their feet and be bumped out of their boats. Those who fell out of their own boats will start climbing inside the boats of our members and they will either start giving them pedal pleasure, or vice versa. and the sights and sounds of our love partners getting their various rocks off will make the rest of us super horny, and we jump into the bumper boat area and start to have a mega stomp toe orgy with everyone, and it sounds like hey 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 hiya hey hiya. The bumper boats aren't the only things that go bump around here. Hey 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 hiya. Then we fill the bumper boat area with a mixture of our combined love juices like bag. That was swell. And after that sweet display of bumper boat action, we shall head down to the gift shop, which by the way was one of DW Forever 91's favorite spots in Pleasure Island, as he always loved buying the merchandise in Sid's swell establishment. When we get into the gift shop, we take our sexy steppers and start soul scrubbing all the knickknacks so that they all smell like our feet. Just then a little girl will pick up Krista and say, "Mommy, mommy, I want this cute little fairy doll." And Krista will say, "Nice choice, you sexy little Sheila." And the girl will say, "Mommy, it can talk." And Pips will fly over and say, "And that's not all we can do." And Krista will fly out of the little girl's hands as she and Pips commence to glide their tiny steppers all over the little girl in a speed soul scrub. And the mother will come up and say, "Oh my god, what are those things attacking my little girl? Are they some type of firefly or something?" And Buzza will walk up to the mother and say, "Don't worry ma'am, those things flying around your little Sheila are quite harmless. But anyways, how's about me and my mates take all your worries away with a foot massage? What do you say?" And before the mother can even respond, we sit her down and take turns rubbing down her creamy smooth meat cushions. And as she is starting to intense herself and feel limp as the foam rubber noodle she's holding in her hand, we start to partake in other swell podophilic activities such as foot worship, toe sucking, heel licking, scent sniffing, scrubbing off our chests and faces. And Lee Kanker takes great delight in stroking and caressing her slender drumsticks. She's a leg lady after all. And then she rewards us with a happy ending like and just before we can reach orgasm, just then the gift shop manager will step out of his office and ask what the fuck is going on. This is not the end of the video, damn it. You stepped out of your office too fucking early. Besides, you're not even the real manager. You're more like the sub-manager. So for breaking the fourth wall with your unestablished presence, you get no ashy action from us. Instead, we're just gonna kick your face in for being such a fucking noob. And after we've battered and bruised that second-rate excuse of a manager, we go back to the mother getting her rocks off with her feet like oh Lilith, grant us that sweet release. Bag. That was swell. Finally, we shall head to Pleasure Island's main attraction, the Black Hole, a super water slide that was built into the base of a hill. Once me and my fellow foot fappers get up to the top of the black hole and everyone has gone down before us, Luffy uses his gum powers to suck all the water inside the black hole into his body, and then he spits all said water out into the distance like Once the black hole is bone dry, me and my pedal pals start to excrete gallons upon gallons of our foot sweat down into the black hole until the entire area is covered in foot sweat. Then me and all my Ketchum comrades go down go down the black hole, and once we splash into a pool of our own foot sweat, we shall be greeted by people who have been turned into proper foot fappers from our pool of foot sweat. And the newly formed podophiliacs will treat all of us to a mass soul scrub session, and it all sounds like criminy, so many pancakes rubbing against me and my foot friends. The endless sea of pink. But just before we can reach orgasm, again, just then the actual manager will step out of his office and ask what the fuck is going on here? And I will say, "Hello, my name is Helga G-Spot Pataki, and me and my bunion buddies in the Ketchum Clan were just helping Pleasure Island live up to its swell name. Haha." And then the manager will say, "Holy shit, did you say you were Helga G-Spot Pataki? Oh yes, you are my favorite character in Hey Arnold. I love watching your swell sexy shenanigans, along with the rest of the Ketchum Clan on YouTube." We will then walk up to the manager and say, "Do you know what happens when someone breaks the fourth wall? Especially considering that both YouTube and half of the characters here, including yours truly, won't even exist until years from now?" And he will smile and say, "You bet I do, sexy." And I smile back and say, well then without further ado let's fuck, and before I can finish that long since established catchphrase, the sub-manager from earlier in the gift shop will storm in and say, no, this is not how it was supposed to happen. You were supposed to get pissed off and call them sick fucks and threaten to call the cops on them. Then they would retaliate by showing you the true definition of a sick fuck, and if you can take your managerial duties seriously then I suggest you step aside and let a real manager show you how it's done.
What the fuck?
And after we've blown that sub-manager to oblivion for taking yet another massive chunk out of the fourth wall by trying to pull that Spiaconia teacher's pet crap on us, we will continue with giving the manager his long-awaited soul sodomy as we fuck and fuck and fuck. Hey everyone, we pedal pleasured earlier in the video is also joining in for the swell foot festivities. Including that little girl and the mother from the gift shop. Nice to see you again, hot stuff. I know I said the endless sea of pink earlier, but seriously, oh, the endless sea of pink. Lilith be praised. Speaking of you, Lilith, please grant us that sweet release. Bag. That was swell. Oh wow, this all sounds so foot-rubbing, heel-licking, soul-scrubbing, toe-tickling, pedal-pumping, pancake chomping. This video will make you a foot fiend faster than you can say criminy mega stomp swell. I think I'll get my pedal pals in the Ketchum Clan and do all of this right now. Haha. Happy 4th of July all you swell sexy pancake pilfering perverts. And as GW Forever 91 would say, peace out.
The end!